All right, what up, people? It's your boy Chig from Guna Eagle Eye, coming to you again with a brand new video. This time it is to do another episode of Eagle Eye, the transfer rumor show. And let me start off by saying this. My intention was always to do another show talking about transfer rumors involving Arsenal. It's been a while since I'd done one. And I felt that I owed you guys another one. I have been doing them more recently for my Patreon, which obviously, if you're not a member of my Patreon, do subscribe. The link is in the description now. And then I don't know what on earth happened. What an interesting 24 hours it's been at Arsenal. What on earth has happened? From El Nene leaving a really cryptic "he's going" tweet to Ramsey having his medical and it looks like he's pretty much signed on the dotted line, to Petr Cech announcing his retirement, to now to Sven deciding he's going to leave Arsenal after only 14 months in his role at the club. And guess what? Only one of those things pissed me off. I wonder if you can guess which one, because one of these things is not like the other. Okay, let's jump into this. I heard this news when I was at work, as you can imagine, as a lot of you in the UK were. I just started to calm down from Arsenal losing again at the weekend to West Ham. And, I was starting to just think about, all right, at some point I'm going to need to do a preview for the Chelsea game, try and get enthusiastic about the Chelsea game. And, that was one of the reasons that I wanted to do an Eagle Eye episode, because I thought to myself, let's just ignore the fact that we seemingly mysteriously have no money all of a sudden. Let me try and get excited by potential incomings in January for the summer. I was trying to be positive. This was what I was actually trying to do. This was my entire thought process. And I'll be honest, I heard that Mohamed El Nene was going, or at least he left one cryptic tweet yesterday talking about how, it so happens to be his anniversary at Arsenal. And it was like a really overly emotional tweet, basically signing it off saying no matter what happens, he will always be a gunner. When people start spitting bars like that, it usually means they're going. So I thought, okay, if El Nene's going now, maybe that's our way of saying, right, well, one out, one in. So I guess Suarez is that one in. And I thought that is the move. And I'm guessing that still is the move. And then I was going to talk to you about the supposed stories that Emery wants Ozil out to free funds. I'm not sure I necessarily buy that, but I was going to talk to you guys about that anyway. Fuck it, let's stop avoiding this shit. Sven Mislintat is leaving Arsenal Football Club. Supposedly due to a number of fallouts that he's had with the hierarchy over a few things, one of which being Emery's involvement in transfer targets. Supposedly Emery has more of an active role in transfer targets than he was expecting. And subsequently, he wants to leave because, I don't know, supposedly there's a lot of rumors that, Sven is suggesting people like Pepe and Dembele and people like that. And meanwhile, you have Emery who's talking about going for Benega and people like that. Now, because people are hard of hearing on fucking YouTube, let me say this again. I understand that this could be a rumor, but considering it is a widely reported rumor, let me comment as though this could be true, right? I want you to keep that in mind. People defending Stan to me, please tell me how this makes sense. I want you to tell me. Because for me, there's another part of this rumor which I've not yet mentioned yet. Bottom line, the supposed rumor is that he wants to leave because he didn't realize that we're not going to buy anybody. That every time he suggests a transfer target, he essentially gets blocked because Arsenal have no money. Why else would he leave after 14 months, people? People, if you're about to deny this rumor to me, if you're about to tell me, Chig, you're overreacting, if you're about to tell me it's nonsense, please tell me in your heart of hearts why you believe that after 14 months and supposedly this man was sold exactly how this structure was going to work between the head coach and transfers. Why would he abandon, because that's what's happening, why would he abandon this structure after 14 months? Shoot, people. Please let me know. I'm not even in the chat room yet because it will only piss me off. I'll see somebody that will be this know-it-all, that will tell me why this is happening. Because I know why this is happening. I remember 14 months ago, I was telling all you motherfuckers that Ivan is a weasel. I told all of you. Everyone that would hear me is a weasel. He's a weasel. All I was hearing was, oh, Chig. The same type of people that defending Stan now, by the way, were the same people that were defending Ivan back to me then. Oh, Chig, well, you know, it's his team that's Raul and Sven and Vijay, and you know, let's give him an opportunity. Let's see. You've got to admit, Chig, this is his doing. You know, this is his plan. It's his team, is it? I tweeted maybe a month later. I wonder if this is his team because I can picture a kind of a landscape where Raul somehow they get rid of Ivan and Raul heads up this team because he doesn't feel like a number two. Was my bar, and then what happened? Ivan was bye-bye. And now those same people that are going, oh, Chig, give him an opportunity, are the same people that are now telling me, oh, well, Chig, let's face it, you got to understand that this is why the club can't and haven't spent any money because, Chig, you got to listen. Chig, you got to listen. It was Ivan's fault because Ivan was the one that overspent in these areas and that area, and that's why we have nothing now. Oh, okay. Soon. Because I was under the impression that Stan, the person who now owns the club, was the man who also wanted the previous manager to stay and gave him a new 2-year contract for that privilege. Oh, I forgot. He gave him a pay rise for his failure. But it ain't Stan's fault, is it? Okay. Soon. It was also Stan who had a team that Ivan headed up that awarded these contracts to these said crap players. Was it not? Was he not the lead shareholder for many, many years? I mean, really, he's not been here for 5 minutes, people. Was it not him that was in charge for most of this time period? This is don't get it twisted, people. I dislike Ivan more than you know. I dislike Arsene excuse me, the previous manager more than you know for the crap that we are now suffering. But I think it's convenient to people to just say, oh, it has nothing to do with Stan. Let's blame it all on the previous regime. No. Stan is the HNIC. And don't make me explain what HNIC is. If you know, you know. It's the HNIC. All of this occurred under his watch. And guess what? Sven leaving is now occurring under his watch. This is on him. Because the one thing that made me not completely jump to the other side and thought, okay, let's see. Maybe Stan has a long-term vision that I'm missing. Maybe this motherfucker has an idea that ain't completely obvious at this moment in time. The one source of hope was this Sven Mislintat. Because for his plan to work, we need to find the superstars before they become superstars. We need to find that next player before they become the player. And the one person qualified to help us to do that is Sven Mislintat. So if this man is now going, how the heck are we going to implement this supposed grand plan of Stan the Great here? Please tell me. Please. The same people that were, oh, Chink, calm down. Oh, Chink, there'll be an answer. Tell me, what exactly is that explanation? No? Nothing? Oh, okay. Just a load of convoluted excuses, none of which make a lot of sense because it doesn't make sense. Regardless of why you think Sven is leaving or not, regardless of whether, to me, there's no smoke without fire. Something has clearly happened. This story didn't come from nowhere. This isn't just a case of, oh, Arsenal are linked with a player. Oh, it always happens at Arsenal. Something has happened. So if something has happened, what is our illustrious leader going to do? Because if this man goes to Bayern Munich, because supposedly Bayern Munich want him, let's be real here, every club is going to want him. Let's be honest. So if Bayern Munich want him, and we can't compete with Bayern, not even for a scout, what are we going to do? To me, and this is where I'm different, I'm not going to scapegoat anybody. People don't get passes with me. And this is why I was also going to make another video about Emery also has to take responsibility for what is happening. He has made mistakes. Having said all that, I am not on the Emery out brigade. Believe me, I think it's ridiculous to say that after 7 months, you're Emery out. No, you have an agenda. But what I am saying is every motherfucker has a responsibility, but none more so than the leader of a club where the shit is going down. And don't get me wrong, let me talk about the other news. Mohamed El-Nene going, good, see ya, bye. Petr Cech retiring, good on him for retiring and not trying to pretend to himself that he can do another year at the very top of the game. He's off. That's another 100K off the books. See ya. Aaron Ramsey had a medical yesterday. It looks like he's more or less signed on the dotted line for Juventus. Good luck to you, mate. Hope you do well. See ya. And that's another 120 off the books. Sorry, 90 odd grand off the books. What is our owner now going to do? Because our club, I'm worried. For all my ranting and raving, for all my chopping and blocks in this, I'm worried. I'm worried because what the hell does this mean? And if you want to know why I have such a problem with Stan, it's because I know what this is. Honestly, I respect everybody's view. I know what this is. To me, and this is as someone who understands business, to me, this is Stan who has a club that is self-sustaining, yes? Ultimately, all we are is an asset. Stan, remember, has a lot of loans. He just paid for a fucking stadium. If I'm going to a bank for a loan as a business person, right? And I go to that bank and I say, listen, I need 500 million, please. I've got 4 or 5 businesses. Oh, 4 or 5 businesses. Okay, well, I know who you guys are. I need to see the books for all of those businesses. Ah, shit. All of them? You know what? Yeah, all of them. Because the light bulb goes up in his head and he realizes he has Arsenal, a business that isn't losing any money, a business that actually is making him money. We're an asset. That's all we are. His asset that makes him money, that ticks on by, and that's all we are. And the sad truth in the matter is we're just foolish optimists to think anything different. Whether you're a Mesut Ozil fan or not, whether you want him to stay or go, does it really fucking matter? To me, there's one more cancer left in this club. And I've always said, even more than the previous manager, he's the biggest one. And that's Stan. And slowly but surely, you motherfuckers will start to realize it. I am all for a self-sustaining business, people. I'm all for it. But there has to be a fucking balance. You can't just sit there and watch your asset depreciate year on year, because year on year you're missing out on opportunities to qualify for the biggest competition in the world that earns you said money. I don't even understand how this is difficult. But let's see. Let's see. All of you guys know better. Just like you knew better with Ivan. We'll see. And when when we inevitably come back and have this conversation again, I'll be like, I done told you so. I done told you so. Anyway, you guys let me know what you think. Leave it in the comments below. If you like this video, and I can't fucking imagine you have, like, crush, destroy, dropkick the shit out of the like button. I appreciate it when you guys do that. I'm out of here.